not everything has to be super grandiose and dramatic, or like, you know, like just really like trying to be super political and like in an outward face, like surface level way. Like sometimes things can be political just by existing.
Yeah, just by what you're choosing to focus on.
Yeah.
Do you is that a general stance on for you with in terms of politics in your work? Because I'm pretty politically like upset most of the time.
Yeah.
That's just such a funny way to frame it.
Yeah.
But like I'm just a malcontent when it comes to politics right now. Nobody makes me happy. But I just kind of avoid that in the work, you know, like that. And that's kind of also, I mean, that's always sort of been the thing because of my background. And it's also kind of feels weird to, you know, like I have a very specific, like I think being middle class limits how much, growing up middle class limits how much you can be outraged at society in an artistic, expressive way, right? Like, Cubans, we got up until recently pretty much straight up access to the country, right? Like asylum seekers got it. It used to be they could get it from like we could pull you from the ocean, and if we got you from the ocean, and then Obama made wet foot dry foot. So like a lot of the things that for my community would be relevant, I've like not been in Miami for so long. I didn't grow up there until I was 12. So for me, all of that politics that are like identity-based politics, I think are so detached from me. Like my identity isn't that, you know? And so that I fall into the category of artists that feel like I don't want to be pigeonholed, especially within the Cuban diaspora, because like it's so far removed from my experience, right? So I feel like that's kind of why I'm not interested in expressing that. Like I guess the best way to say it is I can verbalize what I want to say about politics. And what I want to say in art is not necessarily something I can verbalize.
No, I'm the same way. I'm very opinionated. And I'm very like,
I can feel
I'm not gonna like sugarcoat how I feel about certain things. But my art is a different story because for me, especially like I don't even know what to call myself most of the time. Like I don't know if I'm Chicana, I don't know if I'm brown, like Mexican American. Like identity has always been like a weird subject for me because I mentioned, I don't know if it was earlier or off podcast, but you know, I'm third generation, like so I'm kind of like detached or removed from my lineage in a lot of ways, but like growing up, most of my friends were like first generation. Or like they spoke Spanish in the home.
But I will give you credit. I mean, the fact that you speak any Spanish, because I knew Cubans that were third generation, well, second generation, that didn't speak any Spanish at all. And for me, that was mind blowing because that's just Miami. Everybody speaks Spanish. Like white people speak Spanish. You know?
I mean, it's like that here. I mean, I only know really Spanish because of my friends and because my grandfather speaks Spanish and I understand more than I speak.
I'll tell you this though, it's not like here. Because out here, you can be a white person and never come across people that speak Spanish. And like completely, you know, like you could live on the west side over here, like the entire city and entirety of South Florida. You kind of have to get to West Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale to really escape how much Spanish there is. Like I've lost the accent, but there's a very specific Miami accent that is Miami. And as more people are coming, like Venezuelans and less Cubans are, like Cubans no longer dominate that diaspora community as much as they used to. Even they are picking up like Miami has its accent, you know? And so LA kind of, you guys, we used to say that Mexicans spoke with un canto. Do you guys say that? That was like a Cuban thing.
I don't know. I never heard anyone say that.
Like you speak Spanish like with the rhythm, but I don't know if that's like
it depends because like I can tell maybe because it's like the people I've been around, but I could tell the difference between someone who is speaking with a Mexican like Spanish accent and someone who is from like Chile or someone from El Salvador. Like I could tell the difference in the way that they're pronouncing certain words. And
just the words they use.
Yeah, and the words too. Like I was talking about this yesterday at a party of like we were kind of tripping out and why I said like when I went to TJ, I was like, I have no fucking clue what the fuck Spanish is. Like, the way these people are talking, like, I don't know half the things that they're saying, which I think is, like, really cool, honestly. Like, the way that one language just changes so dramatically depending on the geographical region. Even LA has its own, like, slang terms or Spanglish terms that not everywhere else, like, uses either, you know, which I also find interesting as well. But, yeah, anyways, going back to the original question was, like, I never know what to really call myself identity-wise. I guess Chicana, because I am Mexican-American, you know, I still know a little bit of Spanish. Like, I'm obviously, like, not white, you know, and I'm very proud of that fact. But when it comes to art, like, for me, I also don't want to be pigeonholed. You know, Chicana is so many more things than whatever it is, like, people are showing right now. Like, maybe certain things are specific to someone's experience, right? Like, lowriders or, like, Pachuco or certain kind of Pachuco is like,
I love the word.
It's like in like the 40s a certain style that a lot of Mexican, so like zoot suit and stuff, stuff like that. So like, or even like Cholito stuff, like I've always seen it, but that's never really been my experience. And why would I paint about something that I never lived in, you know, or I never lived through? So when I say like my art is political in a certain way, is like it's Chicana because I'm the one who made it. And because it doesn't have to, because of the content, and because it doesn't have to be a certain thing to be considered that, you know, like Chicana. I mean, I had a similar conversation with one of my friends too. Like, people are giving her shit about being Guatemalan, living in the city versus living like in the rural areas. And I was like, fool, your art is Guatemalan because you're making it. Because you yourself are Guatemalan, you know, like. And I feel it's the same way with like Chicano art, right? Like, it doesn't have to be the same things that we see all the time. Especially because it's having a moment
right now too. Yeah, you know, like I mean, not that it hasn't, you know, there was ASCO and all of that, but I think that now it's kind of reached a breaking point where ASCO felt like it was a little bit more of a statement of like, we're here, guys. Yeah. Whereas now it's like commercially viable. Like, there are a lot of commercially viable Mexican American artists, and just like Central American artists in general. Or
I mean, I like ASCO too, because for me they're like the original like indie Latinos, you know? Like, because that's kind of how I felt growing up. Like, I was listening to like indie sleaze ass music in high school, and there wasn't really a lot of us, or maybe I just didn't get to know, you know, the other indie Latinx at my school. But
but it's a different context now. Like, I think you can't be punk Latino, like, you can't be that like disruptive, you know what I mean? Like, it's been mainstreamized in a market sense, like where there's demand for that, like or maybe you have pushback on this idea, but I feel like up until 2020 there really wasn't a lot of Latino artists getting that level of play, the same level of play that they are now. Like, for example, look at Jacqueline Valenzuela. You mentioned Little Writers, and I'm guessing you know her because you're Long Beach. Like, I had her on, and she was like, "Yeah, man, I'm like of a new generation of people that get these opportunities that haven't existed, you know." And it's almost like it adds responsibility to it. Yeah,
she's fucking killing it. She's one of the most like hardworking, like amazing artists I know. Like, and I think, we are having a moment right now. And honestly, I think it's about fucking time, too. Especially
I mean, it's LA.
Given in LA, how much we have contributed to, you know, the culture, society here, like the history here. And also given the fact that they don't even want us to fucking exist. They want us to, like, mute our identity, or at least, like, not exist in public, targeting, like, you know, my peoples, or targeting people who are just coming here, like not just Mexicanos, but like Central Americans, Southern Americans as well. Like, it's just like, it makes it more important to me, honestly. Like, it makes it more important that I'm glad we're having a moment, because it's like, this fear shit is not gonna work. Like, they could be as vile and evil as they want, but we're still gonna be here. We're still gonna be existing. Like, we're fucking everywhere, dude. You can't get rid of us.
In this city, no.